It's the Cable
Guess I'm just gonna mana drain. Drain some mana. Wow. I think the most winning pickup is actually the swords. It's so boring, isn't it? He also helped us with the Cube for Charity one year. Treasure Cruise, Council's Judgment. Let's take this cruise, huh? Might as well just have another recall. Little preordain action here. I'm into it. Consult, like, digs a bit deeper, gets a bit more value. But preordain just gives you that, like, instant, like, mana smoothing thing. Also fills up the graveyard for cruise a little bit cheaper. Do I enjoy control, aggro, or combo the most on average? I enjoy engine decks. And those could be any of those. I guess I'm just grabbing Otawara here. A little bit of value. White not looking super open yet. But just dipping into it for swords and some other white removal spells. Sweepers and such could be good. What's my favorite cube card? Oracle of the Alpha. And then actual magic card, Time Walk. Hey, Pleasantries. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 43 months. Pleasantry says, yo, haven't been around in Twitch much. How have you been? I've been well, Pleasantries. I've been well. Thanks for still supporting the old channel, of course. All the stress and hubbub from the wedding is finally like winding down, and I'm working on various projects and going to see live music again. How's Weird Al? Weird Al was a good time. Almost exactly what I expected. I am indeed doing another 365. It has been intense. There's been some like really good streams. It's also like gotten me to switch things up a bit. Like break my regular routine, which has been nice. Play a few more tournaments. Variety stream a bit more. So there's certainly been some days where it's been like, man, I could really use a day off here. But there's also been some days where I was like, oh yeah, right. This is why I fucking fell in love with streaming in the first place. I have not, Colton. What was the crowd like? For Weird Al, the crowd was excellent. Everybody was chill, fun. People were like singing along with all of the songs. Really good vibes. Yeah, right back at you, Get Stanch. Much love. It sounds like Weird Al was a lot of people's first concerts. I've heard that from a bunch of different people in chat, Empty Cheons. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Brew Burb, thanks to the sub, thanks to 53 months there. Brew says that it's impressive to see a 365 stream. Takes a lot of commitment. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Yeah. Been pretty solid so far. I guess I'm taking Mana Crypt. This is, like, not really the ideal shell for a Mana Crypt, but we're still gonna grab it. Maybe it'll make, like, an Umezawa's better. Some kind of life gain. Kind of miss Batterskull with a start like this. Yeah, I remember Batterskull. I remember Batterskull. The Elspeths do play well together. Lorien Revealed is tempting. Talisman would help with the mana base. We're just going to take Counterspell. What's my best placement in an MTGO event? So I won a Magic Online PTQ back in the day. There was like almost 400 people. That's one of the times that I got on the Pro Tour. If you're talking about RCQs specifically, I haven't played in that many of them on Magic Online. I've, of course, won some paper because I've played in a couple paper RCs, so naturally I would have won some RCs along the way. Or won some RCQs along the way, rather. But the one that I top 8'd the other week, that was like a 10-round event or whatever, was the only one of 2 or 3 super RCQs that I've streamed. And I guess I want the Narset. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Pi118, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 46 months. Okay. But yeah, all my most impressive finishes were in paper. A smattering of GP top 8s and a bunch of like invitational and championship top 8s and stuff. Super Friends? Yeah, basically, I was just thinking like the Overlord and the Karn play well with this 5-minute Elspeth. All we're really missing right now is like a bunch of fixing. All these double blue into double whites. Multiple CubeCon wins. Just one CubeCon win. Unless you're counting the Cheese Stands Alone cube event. I guess Tidebinder's a desperation answer to my own Mana Crypt. The Barbecue was a event out of Milwaukee. It was a 64-person event. Only very loosely related to CubeCon, which is usually like 400 to 600 people. Was young Caleb better or worse at Magic than me? Young Caleb was worse at Magic than me. By a lot. Something I found out when I started streaming full-time was that my tournament conversion rate actually improved dramatically. I just play in way less of them because I'm streaming all the time. God, this mana base is going to suck. I mean, we're taking the Mox, but this mana base is going to suck. If the Mox Ruby wasn't in the pack, I think we'd grab the Caracas out of there. Ooh, Archive. Excellent. Yeah, the Lutri would be the pickup if the Archive wasn't here, but we like really need this Archive. Yeah, part of that, a little bit of that is just being able to like pick my spots better too. Like back in the day, so for example, last year at Gen Con, they had these like really high EV. I'm gonna grab the Eagles. Eagles can go get the Archive. That seems good. They have these really high value. The Nadi's a little bit tempting. We do have Lava Spur boots. It's not crazy. I should probably just improve the mana base of the deck I already have, Ooh, Teferi. Anyway, so last year at Gen Con, they had these like really high EV legacy events. And because I was streaming full time, I could just be like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate X number of days in the coming weeks to just like testing this legacy format and like really hammering down my list and stuff, and go and make a good go of it. If that same tournament series had been around when I was younger, I would have had to have been playing and testing in paper tournaments leading up to it, because tournament results were how I was making the bulk of my income. Kitten's kind of cute with all these planeswalkers. I was gonna grab No More Lies though. Yeah, I can't go with the Teferi too, I don't think you're gonna really play this Oculus. It's kind of fighting with the Treasure Cruise anyway. I might actually like the boots. Gives me a little bit of depth to the Stoneforge Mystic, and it makes the Karn and Urza tokens a little bit better. Oh, this is a staff deck for sure. Hey, the Lutri came back. Fantastic. Das Boot. You ever watch that movie? Yeah, it's a good ass movie. One of my favorite directors. Oh, it's a fucking bummer, Jed him. I kind of want to play one more Mana Source. It'll help us a lot with our color requirements because we have the two colorless and the Mox Ruby and the Crypt. I think Storm Chaser's talent is cuttable. Totally solid here, but also totally cuttable. And then, yeah, I guess I am just cutting the boots as my worst card. Wait, that wasn't an extra land. That was exactly the right number. You want to cut Malcolm? We can cut Malcolm. Tell me where I get that 18th land. This is a good brainstorm deck. Yeah, most decks are good brainstorm decks. If you're talking about shuffle effects, we got the Eagles over here. We got Preordain can scry 2 post brainstorm to bin the cards. You got Stoneforge Mystic as a shuffle effect. You have fucking Narset Downticks can clear a brainstorm. Karn can do it. Mostly though, brainstorms just like giving you more immediate information and cards to work with, and putting cards in the graveyard for Treasure Cruise, Yeah, iPod on. I was talking about how I was worried about the Mox. The Mox Ruby and the Mana Crypt straining the mana base. I'm literally playing an extra land. So I could squeeze one more colored mana source in here. Ooh, no. Can almost just let that resolve. What was that? What was that? He's sitting on a mana tide. What are you? This is a pretty good like setup for Sunfall play. Makes it look like I want to advance my board, and then when I do Sunfall, I'm not actually answering my own Overlord. They could have served, and then I double block, and then they sack and ping one. Possible I should have Bewitch Enchanting the Bombardment this turn. Looks like they were just flooding out a bit. Yeah, the scariest card that they played was Voice. Because that shuts off all my counters. I have a lot of counters here. I'm just going to go turn 1 Mox Ruby, Plain Staff. Actually, no, I'm going to Swords that. Just kidding. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. They know that Umezawa's is coming down next turn. Equip, clear the robber. GG. Pretty solid looking opening. Swords into No More Lies. Oh, no. Well, that was terrifying. I was like, am I going to get dazed or something here? What's going on? Well, the Crocus is tapped at least. So we get to untap here. Oh no, the Frightings are just going to get to untap it, yeah. Interesting. And this will at least reset the Vivi. Because an 03 is a lot less scary than a 4-7 or whatever it is. Opponent's got some terrifying shit going on, huh? Black Lotus Vivi nonsense. Yeah, no reason for them not to serve. Black Lotus and Time Walk, huh? Feels like a breach deck, too. Ooh, that's exciting. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Now it kind of looks like I'm just holding a Lutri. Yeah, Elspeth jumping the 6/6. I was gonna make sure that I had lethal on my turn anyway. Didn't really matter. Interesting little game. Kind of a slow start for me over here. We're gonna bin Eagles and go get the blue-white surveil land. Oh, maybe I'll just preordain. Wonder if I should have double binned. No third land? Currently, the idea is to Lutri the Treasure Cruise, which we're pretty close to doing. Pretty close to being in that spot. Well, they didn't slam one ring. That's what I was worried about. Sure. Maybe I don't Lutri the Treasure Cruise. I just like keep the Lutri as like anti-counter spell insurance. Whereas if I like Lutri the Treasure Cruise and then counter the Treasure Cruise, then I get nothing. Looks like they weren't holding up a counter at all. Lutriing the Treasure Cruise would have been amazing. Oh well. Okie dokie. It's weird. I'm thinking about ousting the Snapcaster. Probably shouldn't, This is solid. We can just like run out another 1/1, oust the 3/4, whatever. Oh no. I might regret down taking that Elspeth. Just like way less loyalty, huh? I thought about like activating the Colonnade and just fucking antheming. Oh, I could have done that. Activate the Colonnade, anthem with the 1/1 counters, and then just like oust the Sentinel on my second main phase. And they'd be at 1 more life right now, but like these would all be 2/2s. This would have a 1/1 counter on it. And the Elspeth would have a lot more loyalty. Excuse me. Opponent's deck's kind of fucking nuts, huh? Black Lotus, Time Walk, Tameo. Eternal Witness is good, but they don't have a they don't have a Time Walk to rebuy. Looks like they're rebuying Ponder. Maybe trying to find that Time Walk. Or something to use their Vivi mana with. Good mana. The opponent's deck? Yeah. Storm Chaser's talent. Okay. And then you use the Vivi mana and use Storm Chasers to probably like rebuy Cryptic. Oh shit, Dan. Thanks the sob the 4 months. Cheers. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Yeah, we just got it. Nobody wins. So I think my deck is solid. It's got like some fast mana, a lot of nice counters, interleague interaction and stuff. Not a ton of like filler here. And the filler that I do have, like, all kind of works with each other. And like the Karn's not great, but at least it can spit out tokens and double off the Elspeth or continue the staff drawing cards. That sort of thing. I think this is a mall. You're playing staff on 2 and then activating on 3, and then what? I'm going to keep this and actually bin the mana drain. And just plan on slamming this Karn as soon as possible. Ooh. So the issue with going Umezawa's equip is you're like getting blown out by a counter spell or a removal spell. I'm just gonna Karn here as planned. GG's Papa. Yeah, I was telling people that I thought your deck looked fucking nuts. Awesome. Well, glad I just slammed in, Yeah, I remember when Umazawa's was a new card. I think Mana Crypt is broken. It's pretty fucking good. So the mana here isn't incredible, but I do think we have a keep here. We're on the draw. We've got like other things to do for a couple of turns. Hand's quality. The music video for this is fucking ridiculous, as you might imagine. You could just slam Stoneforge on turn 2 here. I kind of like holding on my counters. On turn 4, we can play a Stoneforge Mystic with Counterspell backup, and that's going to be very satisfying. Alright. Put the Crabomination in their graveyard. They're gonna try and ninja me? You gonna try and ninja me? Let the ninja connect so they put something on the stack for me to mana drain so I can play Elspeth a turn sooner. Have I ever listened to Velvet Acid Christ? I have. And you're hoping the Barrowglyph's not like bait so they can now reanimate their crab, but you kind of lose to the Barrowglyph anyway, so just gotta play your counter at a certain point. Nice. So I could play the Overlord here, but I'd only have 1 mana up. I wouldn't have this counter spell up. I kind of want to just play the Elspeth and pass. It just feels safe. It feels comfy sitting behind your wall of counters, you know? Is it correct? I don't know. Probably not. But it feels good. Maybe that block was bad, I could have Umazawa's counters now. And if you had Umazawa's counters, then the Tar Pit can't... Oh, well, never mind, we trophied.